Legacy Traders? It's Tim and Jesse here for our Friday market recap, where we share with you transparency, every trade that we closed out, the results thereof, and then what we expect for the market coming up. So, Jesse, you had a few trades. Take it away. What happened?
I did. All right. Yeah, we're just going to jump right into it. I'm going to show you my platform. Let's go into activity. So here's what happened. I'm going to go to the two winners. I did a Western Digital, just a short put. That was, I sold it here on the 28th, short put for 79 cents, closed it out this morning. It was actually a GTC that triggered. Cool. So that was awesome. And made 49% ROI on that guy. So that was almost 50% of max profit.
How many days?
That was within the week. So I filled it 2 days. Cool. So 28th to the to today, the 1st. So 3 days. So not that big a deal. I also put on the MU, the Micron short put for 81 cents on the same day, a little bit after each other. There were 10 minutes apart. That one, I decided when I opened my platform today, I noticed the market was up big, being like 9 points, whatever, in the E-mini S&Ps. And I was like, oh, wow, this is going to be a good day. And then all of a sudden, I rechecked it, and we were negative, like a point. And I was like, oh, I'm going to close this now, just in case anything, because the NASDAQ was down. And being that Micron is part of the NASDAQ, as a semiconductor company, I decided let's close this now for profit just in case anything else were to happen. So I got out. That one is a 43% ROI, $35 winner. So that's 2 winners in 1 day. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And then I opened and closed Crocs. I opened it last week on the 25th in the morning. I had assumed that this thing was just gonna pop for some reason. I don't know. I just had this assumption. And then each day in Crocs, we traded sideways. And so Delta, which is the not Delta, yeah,
Theta.
Sorry, Theta.
Yeah.
The decay of that option that I bought was going against me because the option wasn't moving, or the underlying. So Crocs didn't go anywhere. And so I decided, rather than waiting and hoping that this thing goes up, I'm going to just take my loss and recapture whatever, And that was, I opened it for $1.40, $1.94, and then I closed it for $1.37 credit. So that was a $57 loser, 29% negative ROI.
Yeah.
But otherwise, winner this week. So I'm still happy. So that's my open and closed trades kind of for this week real quick.
I just looked at Crocs, and today it moved down 5%.
Love it.
So you would have gotten slammed. You were in a long call, yeah?
Yeah, long call. So yeah. I'm glad I got out of it, because even
5%, that's
you know how you always kind of second guess yourself, like if you're trying to protect what you have, like you could leave it on and it might go up and you miss out, or you can close it and just, I don't look back. I know you look back, but I don't look back. So I'm glad I got to keep my $137. So I'm good with that.
Go for it. Hey, I'm going to hop in with my 2 trades. I have a closed trade that I closed, and then I have a trade that is still open. Can you see my screen?
Got it.
Perfect. Positions in Apple, I have...
I only see the option legacy background.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Redo that. Desktop 2.
There it is.
Oh, okay. Here it is. Okay, so let's see activity. I'll break down the SPY trade that I exited out of from last week, and then Apple, I have a current open position. It is down roughly 35%. We'll talk about the trade plan for that in our Suzy Trade Alerts edition portion of it. But right now it's still open, so anything can happen. But let's look at the SPY, the trade that I did close. That was a drawdown of 20% flat. I entered in on the 23rd with a long put. It had, I think, roughly 15 days to expiration at the time. And then I exited out, paid $391 for it, exited out for $312. If you look at SPY, let's go look at the rationale, and I'll tell you exactly why I lost money here. Can you guess, Jesse?
Yeah.
Hey, don't be nice, okay?
Go ahead.
I'm sure you were thinking something else, but this is what happened. So here we had 122. It's set on the 50-day simple moving average, had a pop, and then it came down. My expectation is that it had previously, over the past 3 times, it had hit the 50-day moving average and then continued downwards. That's what I was expecting. And so on this day, the 23rd, when we entered in sometime at the bottom of the market of this day. The reason why this did not work was because this is not a close price. I didn't wait for a close price to confirm the previous day's price movement or my estimation. So then what happened with this long put? We went sideways, and that's where this black box is going. Went sideways and nothing happened, and I exited out. What day did I exit out? On the 28th here. And I actually exited out towards the bottom of this market. The previous day was something like a 70% drawdown, like 70% loser on this pop. And
Oof.
then on this day, I exited out at the bottom of the market, and it took away $79 or 20% drawdown. So that's the only closed trade that I have for the week. And then we have Apple that's still open, and I'm hopeful, but we'll break down what we expect to happen in Apple with the Suzy Trade Alerts coming to you soon. But before we do that, let's bring this thing home for all of our legacy traders with our estimates of what we expect for the market. So, all right, since I have the screen, we'll take it over. This is SPY. It's the market. We see here that obviously December it tanked, and then it came back and it popped above this 50-day simple moving average. And then that's where I expected this thing to continue to move down. And it actually started moving sideways for the whole week. So we entered in my SPY trade. We entered into a long put on this day, and it didn't make money, and we just actually went sideways. And then what happened on the 30th, that's when we had the Fed announce that they were going dovish on their outlook for the economy on raising interest rates. And then we had continued move to the upside with earnings. And then we have this little doji. So my expectations, I think there's still room in this market to grow. I think that we can go to the upside. However, this little doji to me looks like it could be an evening star. So what would happen is that we'd have another big body candle that would come down and create an evening star pattern. That would be not good for my portfolio. However, it could happen. Also, what it could do is we could have maybe some sideways days here that move sideways, and then a continued move up where we have a little bit of resting where it stays inside of maybe this body or this candle body and either moves sideways or slightly down and then continues to move up. That would create a rising 3 pattern, and that would be a continuation pattern. So really Monday is going to be the tell for me on what I expect in the overall markets. But Jesse, what's your take on it?
I read earlier today that this is the strongest January since 2015.
Yeah.
So in the SPY. And based on the chart that I'm reading, which is the same chart you're reading, and the indicators that we have access to, I also agree. I think there's going to be, I think we're going to go higher. And I am hoping that I'm hoping that it's not strong. I really hope we have some down days in there. Like this week with some sideways days was actually really nice, being able to trade some of those. They did give us a little bit of head fake, but I don't know. I actually kind of like this right now, the way I kind of like it. Yeah, just be cautious out there, everyone. That's all.
All right. Well, that's all we've got for you guys. If you are interested in subscribing to Suzy Trade Alerts, don't hold back. It's for a limited time right now. It's $50 off the normal monthly fee. It's with the promo code Legacy Now. You can check out everything about Suzy Trade Alerts at optionlegacy.com/Suzy Alerts. optionlegacy.com/Suzy Alerts. Use the promo code Legacy Now. You'll get $50 off the monthly expense. And at this moment, we're going to end the video for all of our legacy traders, and we'll come back to you guys for all of our Suzy Alert subscribers and talk about the rationale and the trade plan for our open trades in our current portfolio. So till next week, see you in the next video. Let's build that legacy.